I made a new category, Icarus 12 IRSG. I'm making a tournament with this new category. Oh, it's paused. I'm sorry. I've made a new thing with this category, a new tournament, kind of like Office tournament. And basically, you send me your runs on Discord, which is right here, and you just tell me. You just show me the link to the run, and I'll watch it, see if it's verifiable, and boom, and you're in. The tournament ends in a month, so you have a month to submit runs. So I actually accidentally gave myself 2 Solexa rockets here, but it's fine. And I have the 12 eyes. So I throw my eye, it goes backwards, and I don't know if you saw, but the eye did not break, which is good, but I couldn't find it here. I think we can call this the killer of sub 9, because the eye was right there and I just didn't see it, but this is definitely what killed sub 9. Again, if I didn't, I don't know if I said it or not, but this is a 9-minute 5-second round, which almost broke the sub 9 barrier, which is insane. At first I was gonna do a video about me getting a 10-minute 55-second run, which is sub 11, barely. And then I got this run like earlier today, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just do this. And when I realized it was almost sub 9, I'm like, oh my god, dude, so many mistakes. But yeah, the stronghold was pretty far away, but since we have, an Elytra, I see a lava pool, which is kind of funny. But if within Elytra, this is really, really easy. And I see it's still going in the same direction. And I see it. And I keep going. And something funny happens here when I throw my next eye. I'm kind of spamming rockets because this isn't a category where it takes that long. So, I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if you saw it, but a village generated to my side and I didn't see it. Right there, and then I see the houses and I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like hoping it doesn't break because that was kind of a useless eye. And it fell, which is kind of not cool. I collect it there and I just fly. I look for a good house. I decide to go here. There's 3 beds, well, 4, and there's a bit of food. So I go over here. I kind of messed up the wood breaking like once or twice. Or maybe it was just that one time, but it wasn't really that big of a time loss, let's be honest. Then I jump here, oh, but that villager actually messed me up. Yeah, I actually messed up a bunch of times there. So I get 4 logs, get 16 sticks. I normally make 12, I accidentally made the extra pair, so I actually messed up 2 crafting because of that. But, there's nothing there. I make my stone pick pretty slowly, actually, because of the extra pair of sticks. I use this one. I accidentally made a wooden shovel. That's normally where my sword would be. But, yeah, I had to organize my inventory here because I was so confused. So I make the sword, axe, and shovel. You could also call that the killer of sub 9. But I kind of want to call the killer of sub 9 the first eye throw, because that'd just be pretty funny, so I'll just call that the thing. Now, what you want to try and get is all of your materials in the first village, like the stronghold village itself. And here, you don't really need much food. You need like 3 hay bales maybe? I don't know. I normally get 6. But then I realized that my goal is trying to get sub 10. So I just decided to grab like 4. Because if you saw Brentilda's 936, it's just 4 hay bales. And I go to this house, maybe thinking that there might be more food, so I'll be even more secure. Which I didn't really need it. And I go in here and there's another chest for freaking 4. So I'm like, oh, okay, 16. It's perfectly fine. I was deciding which house to go to, which I don't know why I was doing that. That was kind of dumb. And I have 4 beds. Now, there's a specific reason why I grabbed 4 beds. And I don't see the golem anywhere. Now, the reason I do the golem is, of course, to do the 1 cycle. And I see it. It's fine. It's a pretty good spot to, the golem actually lost sub 9 here. And I know I'm saying that a lot of things have lost sub 9. But I'm not joking. The golem actually lost sub 9. Because it was a really bad spot to do it at. Then I messed up here. Yes, right there. But then I killed it pretty quickly after that. And I check if I have flowers because that's not really that useful. But I don't. Make my bucket. Put my bucket there. Break my crafting table. Jump down. Grab some water. I don't know why. I always just grab water just for precautionary. And then I see that the ball's on the opposite side. So I go here, do spring strats. I shouldn't have done spring strats. I actually should have probably just... This also lost sub 9. This is a really, really bad play. What I could have done is probably just thrown an eye, like at the opposite angle of the bell. I should not in any way have done spring shots. And when this turned around, I'm like, okay, please don't break. And then I see that it didn't break. Then I go here, and it actually goes down. So I dig here, but I check for the eye, and it pops out. Now, if you didn't know, this seed was a 1-eye, so even if something happened for that, even if something happened to that eye, it would have been perfectly fine because the portal was a 1-eye, so it didn't really matter. Now, it was a pretty long dig down because, you know, deep slate and 1.19.20 kind of messing up generation by making strongholds spawn lower, which is kind of sad. But it's fine. It's just a bunch of digging down here. It's just a bunch of digging down. I found out here, which is pretty cool. I kind of shake there a little bit because I'm kind of nervous because his pace was crazy. Sub 10, which is kind of insane. Now, before I get to the stronghold, a lot of runs actually died to stronghold navigation, to either finding a library for a projectile, aka the fishing rod, or just finding the portal room in general. But I kid you not, this is the best navigation you could have for trying to find a library for projectile. I have some sticks here. And a portal room. You literally couldn't have better. Literally the first door I went is literally where everything I needed was. When I saw the portal room, I was freaking out, and you could probably see it when I see it. So I couldn't go hard left because it's blocked. So I go middle, which is really the only way I could go. So I make 2 pickaxes here, and that was not on purpose. That actually has a reason that you will see later. So I see light, and I'm like, okay, it could either be the portal room or library. And it was library, and I was kind of mad at first, but then I'm like, oh, okay, I remember that I needed a projectile, so I was actually pretty happy. So then I go here, and I keep going, and the portal room's right there. And as you can see, the portal was a 1-eye. When I saw that nav, I'm filling in pretty right here, I was freaking out. I was literally freaking out. So I'm actually going to do a jump cycle because there's no way I'm going to go for slab cycle with no armor. And the reason I placed the bed there is because there's a chance that I might die trying to do the jump cycle. So I can just, like, go in and just do it, I don't know. Like, just try and go back into the end and do my thing. Now, the reason I made the second pickaxe is because I was supposed to throw it down. So if in case I was in a boxed area, which I wasn't, I actually forgot to even throw it. So, and then here I realized, and I'm like, okay, I mean, I can just go up. It's pretty cool. It's fine. And this end fight was so scuffed, and this almost just wasn't a run. I mean, the run probably still could have been sub 10, but it barely was. So here I'm doing jump cycle. Missed the fishing rod first try. Tried it like the second time. But the third time I got it. I don't want to hit anymore because it's kind of risky. Dragon's Breath hits me. I don't know how that happened. And you can see my shakes right here. I'm actually pretty nervous. And I actually eat food here to ensure that there's no way I will die. I fly down with my elytra, and I actually take it off just so I don't fly. Right here was where I almost lost the run. So I was gonna do a third, last and final bed. And sometimes when I'm doing jump cycle, I don't know if you saw the hand cam jump cycle video, but when I do it, sometimes the button that I use to move my character's vision, like to move around, or to look around, sorry. that button, if you press it, that's what I use to crouch. And that's exactly what I did. Look at my character at the top left. My character crouches, and normally I like back up for when I'm about to explode the bed. And I backed up so slowly because I was crouching. And look at the dragon. Look at the dragon. I barely hit it. And I'm like, this has to be sub 10 because I actually didn't have a timer. I don't know if you can see me. I'm kind of shaky right now. I'm kind of shaky.